Payday.
Bozy Ennis, in an interview, talked about one of the sparring sessions between Boots and Brian Norman Jr. Boots Ennis on failed negotiations with Brian Norman Jr. Ennis says he's still hopeful the fight can be made. Brian Norman Sr. says they've been offered $1.7 million, and he wants another $500,000 added to that, putting it at $2.2 million.
Brian's father going to say, oh, we do whatever, you know what I mean, like that. I said, okay. You know what I mean? Got in there. You know what I mean? Boots broke him down after 3 rounds. And I made Boots fight inside with him. His own game, and backed him up. You know what I mean?
Eddie spoke on the potential match between Pacheco and Mungia if Pacheco gets thorough Selecki first.
It's really important when you're bringing a fighter through that you take the right steps at the right time. And if he goes through Selecki in style, you start looking at Mungia and Mbili and Bazinian. And then once you go through those guys, who else is there? But, you know, I love Pacheco Mungia. I think it's a brilliant fight. And, you know, I'm excited to see just how far Diego can go.
Terence Crawford may never fight again if he doesn't get the Canelo Alvarez legacy match he and his trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre seek in 2025. Promoter Eddie Hearn points out that Crawford, 41-0, 31 KOs, made a lot of money in his last 2 fights against WBA junior middleweight champion Israel Madrimov and IBF WBA and WBC welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. So he feels that if Crawford doesn't make a lot of money in his next contest, he'll retire. It doesn't look like it's going to happen at the moment, but I don't think Crawford will fight again outside of Canelo Alvarez. I don't think he has the desire. He definitely won't fight Virgil Ortiz, in my opinion. I don't think he'll fight Sebastian Fundora, said Hearn of Crawford. He made a lot of money last time out against Israel Madrimov. He made a lot of money against Errol Spence. I think he's thinking, if I don't make a lot of money, I'm done. Devin Haney recently was asked if he was still interested on a Ryan Garcia rematch. Much surprise, he tuned down any hope for a rematch, stating that he is not too interested in it, calling him a cheater and he wouldn't put his life in jeopardy. Ryan responded on Instagram, I get it. Let's close this chapter is over. I won, that's it. And he complained and sued and did everything you don't do. Who's next? 'Cause I'll never give him nothing again. Who's next? I was open to running it back. But now that ship has sailed. Oscars released a new Clapback Thursday video, and he had some strong opinions on Floyd Mayweather Jr. and influencer boxing.
It's Clapback Thursdays, mother. But this week it's coming on a Friday because I'm on vacation and I make the rules. The boxing news is still lame as hell this week, but there are a few topics I want to address. Okay. Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro. As I've always said, it's hard to make money, but it's even harder to keep it. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around. And speaking of these horrible exhibition matches, I am so happy to hear and see that their popularity has finally played out. Nobody wants to see these random YouTubers fight each other anymore. I would rather walk outside my house and watch 2 bums fight in the park for free. It's the same amount of entertainment. My man Turki Al-Sheikh is making sure that real boxing is on its way back. And he's standing on making the best fights happen, which is why Canelo doesn't like him, because he's demanding everybody to fight the very best. Which brings me to Canelo. I have 2 words for you. Archie Solis, remember him? He will be the next topic of Clapback Thursdays next week. Canelo, you.
That's it for today. Like, subscribe, and click on the video here to catch up yesterday's boxing news.
The most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever.
Horrible fighter.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
Payday. You want payday.